Hello, my friends. This is the video that I made on Alibaba on February 27th, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $139.98 at pre-market hours. And my main assumption at this point was that we have to see lower price action, and we had basically two options. My primary count was that we have to see a direct movement to the downside, and less likely but still possible that we might have another tiny leg to the upside and then retracement to the lower levels. And guys, take a look right here. Let me show you this in details. We were at this point, and since I made my previous video, this asset went to the downside, and for now we are hovering at around $139.16 at pre-market hours. And again, this is another evidence of the power of technical analysis. And if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account, where for the $35 a month you will be able to drastically enhance your trading skills. On top of that, guys, for now I added the gold tier for limited 10 vacant places, and the only difference in between these two tiers is this one. Discord access member will have all the data for the potential trades, for the potential tickers that you should be aware of, but the gold tier members will have the exact setups with the stop loss and take profit orders. They will have the exact notifications when and how they should trade certain asset. On top of that, for each and every member, I will do a weekly 30 minutes Zoom calls in order to answer their question and in order to teach them how to properly use technical analysis and how to be successful trader. That is why, guys, for some of you, this might be a game changer opportunity. And if you want to drastically enhance your trading skills, feel free to invest in yourself. And guys, here is the latest update of my Patreon account. You can see that just several days ago, just 2 days ago, I made this forecast, for example, on Tesla, that Tesla should have a trend reversal at the range in between $266 and $282. And previously, guys, I told to my Patreons that it has to have the trend reversal right here, somewhere in between 266 and 272. But take a look at the real price action of Tesla. Here is the 5 minutes time frame, and we hit exactly the range, exactly $276. And I told to my patrons to accumulate it below 282. And since my call, guys, this asset is up by at least 4.5%. And definitely it is a very good call. And believe me, I made a lot of this type of predictions in my Patreon. You can see that I explained a lot from the fundamental point of view and from the technical point of view as well. And one of my previous calls was quite successful call on Amazon. Let me show you this as well in details. So here it is. As you can see, we had from our accumulation point about 5.5% of potential profit within just several sessions, and my prediction was made back in, as you can see, February 21st, with the exact levels where we might have a trend reversal. And definitely, guys, if you want to be a part of this community, feel free to join my Patreon.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So guys, and on today's video I will show you my bull and bear count, and both of these counts have one part in common. We have to see lower price action in upcoming, I would say, days and weeks, and in just several minutes I will tell you what I'm talking about. But for now, let's take a look at some fundamentals. First of all, I want to pay your attention to the consensus analyst price target on Alibaba. According to MarketBeat, the price consensus analyst price target for the next 12 months is set at around $144.07. And according to TipRanks, we have a quite similar price target, a little bit higher, at $165.31, which implies about 26.37% of upside potential. And previously we had 14 ratings, but for now another analytic firm added their analysis, and it is Areta Research upgraded their rating on the last last day of February, and they set the price target at $164. So quite a good forecast, but guys, you have to keep in mind that all of these forecasts are made for the next 12 months. Let's take a look at some sentiment on Alibaba stock. If you type in Google search bar Baba stock and switch to news tab folder, you will not find a lot of news that might be a game changer for Alibaba, especially right after its substantial movement to the upside, during which this asset gained about 76% of upside potential. By the way, guys, I caught this bottom to the tick. I told to my viewers to accumulate their long position on Alibaba at around $80 mark, and as you can see, it worked perfectly well. And I have to say that for now, guys, because of its price action, we have to see quite interesting upcoming movements. On top of that, let's take a look at this tiny icon. You can see that Alibaba is paying $433 million settlement to investors. And here's what you should know. Guys, if you bought these shares somewhere in between November 13 of 2019 through December 23rd of 2020, you are eligible to be to have this payment, and you don't need to sell any of these shares. You can recover in a worst case scenario up to about 64 cents per share, but usually only 25% of investors file claims. In this case, the average recovery will be about $2.56 per share, and definitely it is not the highest payment for your shares, especially if you take a look at the price during the eligibility period from November, I guess, 2019 till this, wait a second, October 23rd to this point. The price was somewhere in between 131 to 317. This means you can have up to, wait a second, I will show you. Let's take a look again at the payments itself. You can have let's say from about 0.5% or 0.4% on your initial investment up to 1.5% on your initial investment. So not a big deal, but definitely it is quite decent news. So guys, what should we expect next? Let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deeper right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. First of all, guys, let me remind you about the main count. I don't need these arrows right now. My main thesis is still the same. We have to see lower price action, but I want to pay attention to these three waves, and we have basically two potential options, two breakdowns. One of them is this one. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And yes, so we clearly see that we've completed 5 waves to the upside. On top of that, guys, if I connect these two tops and project this line longer, you can see that we have a perfect expanding diagonal. And this is the reason of its top. In my opinion, it is the very top of this asset. Or my previous arrow was also drawn like this, that it might hit this range of resistance again, and from this level somewhere higher, it might go to the downside. But guys, what does it mean? We've completed 5 waves, and we might have this diagonal, expanding diagonal, as only one wave on a bigger scale. In this case, guys, we have to pull Fibo retracement 2 from the bottom to the top right here, and the ranges, wait a second, the ranges where we might land are following. It is, wait a second, I will remove unnecessary tool. We might land, first of all, we almost hit already $127. Then next range of support might be 0.382 at $115.75. And depending on the structure of this movement to the downside, I will do another update and make my upgraded forecast for this asset. But guys, This might be only the first wave on a bigger scale, and somewhere in these ranges, let's say from 106 all the way to probably $120, we might have a trend reversal. And this, wait a second, this trend reversal might hit much higher targets, because we have to see the next leg to the upside that potentially will be the third wave, the most powerful wave on a bigger scale. And definitely with this forecast we might easily break $200. But guys, the bear count is following. We've completed from this all-time high that was set on October or late October of 2020 to this bottom, our movement, motive movement to the downside. Then, guys, take a look right here. Potentially, this was the A wave, this was the B wave, and we have 5-wave structure in our C wave. And this is a bearish count. Guys, to be honest, I don't like this count, because fundamentally we have to see a disaster with the BABA stock, and if it happens, in this case this count will be primary count, but in this case it will break its lowest point, its all-time, not all-time low, I guess. We had lower prices back in the days. Yes, we had about $55. And it might break these prices, but it will not happen within next, I would say, couple of, let's say, 12 to 18 months. My primary count is still the same. We have to see the retracement, and then let's do it like this. Then somewhere in between the ranges of 115, maybe 120 to $106, we might have a trend reversal. And yes, if it happens, we might catch at least a bounce to the upside. But in best case scenario, this asset will break $200 mark within next 12 to 18 months. But so far, guys, be prepared again to this movement to the downside somewhere right here, or probably even a bit lower. And if it happens, here will be the perfect accumulation levels for you to catch at least a bounce. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm back.